Welcome to the home of that official realness. Let's get it in with Real Talk, Niner Talk.
All right. What's going on, Empire? What's going on, fellow faithfuls? Just know if you find yourself here at this time, you are officially rocking out with the Real Talk Niner Talk crew. You know, and we are the home of that official realness. Nobody brings you unabashed, unapologetic Real Talk Niner Talk like the crew here at Real Talk Niner Talk. The best talk.
All right.
All right, so let's get on with the itinerary. The locker room. Yes, y'all, that locker room is talking. We got a lot of drama going on. We got some strange things going on with the team, but hopefully we'll work it out. But do know, in fact, that locker room is talking. I think Kittle and Ayuk can attest to that. All right. Oh, man, this is a layup. I know we said we were going to get off Jimmy's head, but you just can't. We just promised not to waste too much time with this on this broadcast about Jimmy, because Jimmy ain't it. All right? Oh, yeah. And for the third week in a row, Kyle's still in my itinerary. Still on that hot seat, boy. Still on that hot seat.
All right.
Yes, sir. And without any further ado, time to introduce crew. Hey, Real Talk, Niner Talk. All right, from the west side, the best side, we got the faithful of all faithfuls. Give it up for San Francisco's own Silverado Kid. Also from the west side, the best side, with the best ride. Not just any old cousin, but it's our first cousin, Super Dave, the OG. Oh, we're going to take it down to the dirty South, Georgia, Macon that is. From the Mac Town where they lay their Mac down. Give it up, y'all. For you, the great. Uh-oh, and we got company, y'all. We got company. Bay Area lyricist. Give it up, y'all, for DC and the place to be, Dave Cannell. Give it up for Dave, y'all. Hey. And last but damn sure not least, it is I, your host, the one and only Niner Style. Give it up for me.
All right.
Yes, sir. And we are the Real Talk Niner Talk crew. Let's give it up once more. All right, and you guys know before we get started, time to stamp it.
Welcome to the home of that official realness. Let's get it in with Real Talk, Niner Talk.
All right. All right, fellas. So, y'all know the deal. Everybody relax. This is our woosah moment. We're going to smooth it out.
Like therapy, bro.
Everybody
like
smooth it out. Everybody calm down. I know we all hype after last week. You know, I know we was mad. Man, well, my house costs too much money, so I couldn't punch holes in walls here. My wife wasn't having
It's
that.
been 2 weeks.
But I wanted to.
Hey, man. Just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, it got worse.
Hey, I got to use a basketball term. They say we got rain last Sunday. You know?
Man. Did y'all get my midday text when I told you when I got to work, man, they tore my ass up from left to right? Oh, I made the cut. 7 minutes and 10 seconds. So, yeah, YouTube won't bother me. You're not supposed to curse before 7 minutes, but they tore my ass up when I got to work, man. And I couldn't say a damn thing back. Nothing back.
Hey, you know what?
Right.
I had people from different departments running up on me, man.
The worst part is being the biggest fan that the people know and walking into work. What happened, kid? Like, man, I ain't called the plays, but you watch the game.
But you got to realize, man, y'all know I talk shit bigger than my house, man. I talk mucho shit. So, of course, they were waiting for this, you know. They were waiting for me, man. They were waiting for me. I thought if I took the next day off, they'd forget and simmer down a little bit. That didn't matter.
Oh, no. That gives them more time
to
prepare.
Yeah, they knew what it was. Hey, Linus lost. You ain't come to work.
Right.
That make it worse when you don't show up.
Nah, man, I can't do it. Y'all don't understand the shit I talk, man. I talk major shit. You know, I'm running around banging on desks. Anybody, $100, man. I got the best defense in the league. And look at what we went out there and did, man. Bro, look at what we went out there and did, man. Made the egg, man. But yeah, guys, we got company in the building, man. We got Bay Area rapper, man, Dave Cannell, aka DC, in the place to be. What's going on, DC?
Man, we big chillin'. I was just saying that's 72 points in 2 weeks, man, back to back.
Yep.
Like, I mean, like that's kind of monumental. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Out of that, I mean, we good over here, bro. Like, I mean, I've been a fan my whole life, man. I've been through bad seasons. This ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
7. We was 3-5 last year and went to an NFC.
Yep.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to have no bad season with all these dudes, man.
Huh?
We ain't supposed to have no bad season now. This ain't supposed to be happening. Not with the number 1 defense and all these weapons. Come on, Kyle.
But you're forgetting the common denominator, the
Number 10.
neutralizer of it all. That boy, number 10.
Number 10, a.k.a. Generous Jimmy, as Kev calls him.
Hey, that boy fucking a wet dream.
We ain't making more.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, we got little DC, man. What's up, little man?
It's the
What's going on, youngin'?
What's up, man?
Hey,
Right.
Starting starting right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
How frustrated he is with Jimmy too. Like he more frustrated with Shanahan than anything else, man. Because it's like,
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. Get him out of here.
hey, I see a lot of arrogance coming out of that man, and not enough responsibility and accountability.
Right.
Right.
Hey, Dave.
No,
Pretty much like the quarterback.
To echo what you just said, Dave, right? So you said a lot of arrogance, right? And this is one thing I've always said about Kyle Shanahan, and tell me if you agree. I've always said that he's so arrogant and such a narcissist, he'd rather lose his way than win somebody else's.
man.
Right.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, he needs hopefully somebody that he has a respect factor for can reach him. Somebody got to talk to that dude, man, because he is blowing it. He is blowing it, and our window is getting smaller and smaller, man. Because you got to remember that these NFC East teams are racking up wins, so it ain't gonna be no 2 teams out the NFC West this year. If it's gonna be 2 teams, it's gonna come out of no other divisions.
But you know what?
Look, this only hold on, my fault, Jude. This the only reprieve I
good?
give Kyle. And Dave, you tell me if you agree too. Only reprieve I give Kyle is the fact that he can only do so much to make Jimmy look good. He can only do he can't call the plays down and run them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he can really only do so much, and his playbook is cut down with his quarterback being out. So I mean, yes, he had a part in Jimmy coming in and staying with the team, but as far as the play calling, with a sufficient quarterback, we're not even having this conversation most times. But yes, Kyle does have blame on the situation too.
But
Yeah. Did you?
But this is how I look at it. We can think of a few coaches that you can drop on that sideline and get the same fucking roster, even with Jimmy, and they'll go out and dominate teams and win this fucking game.
No, Drew, I'm not. Drew, I'm not gonna give you that.
You know what makes
I
it
feel
what
like
makes this
because
more
Kyle be
insulting?
calling some dumbass shit sometimes.
He do.
You know what makes this more insulting?
But
I agree with that.
The team
listen.
that we mollywopped in week 2 with an inferior roster is now in first place in the NFC West.
Yep.
Pete
But
Carroll
listen.
does more with less.
That's what I was about to say.
In his playbook.
If you
I was gonna say that too. He got Geno
give
playing.
Pete Carroll this team, dominate. You give Bill Belichick this team, dominate. You give Andy Reid this team, dominate. Sean Payton, dominate. Kyle Shanahan, 3 and 4.
You know what?
If I give the coach that was hosted last week, Jim Harbaugh, this team, dominate.
Dominate.
Now, what I can say is every other coach you named may find different ways to run the offense other than through the quarterback. But
Yes, exactly.
If any other coach you just named put the game in the hands of number 10, it's gonna be the same damn result, bro. It's not the recipe, it's the cook.
No other coach that we named is going to put the ball in Jimmy G's hands.
Exactly.
Their quarterback.
You know why? Because Jimmy wouldn't be there.
Hey, so
Right.
you know what, Dave?
Jimmy wouldn't be
Dave,
there.
I see you chopping at the bit, bro. What you got to say, bro?
Listen, the minute Alex Smith got hurt, what did Harbaugh do? He moved on to Kaepernick, man.
Well,
He
it
ain't gonna
wasn't
play.
even that he got. It wasn't
They're
even
not
that
sitting
he
around
got hurt. It was that the Giants kicked our ass again, and he knew he wasn't going to get over that bump. So whether Alex Smith was hurt or not, he was going to be replaced after that Giant game.
All right, Dave.
I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. No, if he didn't get hurt, I don't think he would have went away from. He wouldn't have went away from Alex like that. Alex was still a game manager. I think he still would have stayed with Alex Smith. I think he still would have stayed with him if he didn't get hurt.
Not the way we got beat that second time.
It's just that Kaepernick. What do you mean? Well, it ain't like they stomped our ass together. We lost because of that basket. Because of Kyle.
The second time they did, we had waited for that rematch, and we got
that regular season. You talking about that regular season game?
Yes.
That we lost. Okay, now I'm talking about the game that matters, man. The game that mattered, we did not. We blew that game. It was more about what we didn't do as opposed to what they did.
I agree with you, but I'm saying we waited a year after that rematch, and Alex Smith didn't know his
he
head
did look
from
bad
his
that game.
head.
He looked bad that game. I remember that game. He looked bad. He looked bad. He looked real bad that game. He looked real bad that game. But I just don't see Kyle. I mean, I'm sorry, Harbaugh putting up with a Jimmy G in this nonsense. And didn't I tell y'all last year? And I'm gonna go on a limb to say this shit. Didn't I tell y'all if they don't get rid of this motherfucker, they don't get rid of him, they're gonna cause problems in that locker room. So everything that they're going to do now, they deserve, because you should have been got rid of Jimmy. He shouldn't be an issue at this point. Granted, he came in when we needed him, but we had somebody else. We would have figured it out. It was vital to Trey's development. Just imagine you at your job and your replacement, is the ex somebody who had your spot, and now they're holding on to him just in case you don't work out. How could you be comfortable working like that? Who can work comfortably like that? And one thing I want to discuss tonight, I think I talked to you about it, Jew, was how if you look at the teams that are winning now, they all have coaches who support who support their players, man. You look at the Giants and the Jets. You can't tell me that the coaching is not a factor, a major factor in how they support their players, man. Look at Saleh was like that here. He running up and down the sideline. Them guys was playing open and free, man. I think Kyle micromanages too much.
Yep.
I think he's too quick. He's too quick. Yeah, he's too quick to pull the trigger on guys, man. And who could operate like that? With somebody over your shoulder like that, looking at every little mistake you do with it and pointing. That's not what's up, man. That's not what's up. And if you look at the Giants are 6-1.
Yeah, as a fan watching,
fucking Giants are 6-1, man.
As a fan watching the game, sometimes it feels like Kyle plays scared. Like he play like he don't want to lose, as opposed to playing like he want to win a game, man.
Let me tell you, when I look at that Giant coach, it reminds me so much of Harbaugh, man. He out there patting dudes' shoulder pads, all that shit Harbaugh used to do. He supports his players, man. He supports his players. He motivates his players, man. You got to get these guys motivated, man, to play. What I saw was a dejected defense that game. The second half, I saw guys that looked like they didn't even want to play. A 3rd and 20?
Yeah, that was
3rd and 20?
3rd and 12.
Get the fuck out of here. A 3rd and 20 to paper jet? Paper plane? Them guys didn't want to play. Them guys didn't want to play, man. They didn't come to play.
Now, look, now, Don, along those same lines, and the panel, y'all have heard me say this before.
Yes,
Dave,
sir.
your first time hearing me say this, and I've said this before. Kyle Shanahan, while he may be a genius or a guru play caller, in my opinion, he's not a great leader of men. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. So my thing is, and people have argued back, the players are behind Kyle. Yeah, because we're winning. But the goal is for the same players that are behind you when we're winning is to be behind you when we're losing. If you can motivate guys to keep putting their best foot forward when you're losing, that's when you're a leader of men.
Right. Well, anybody can.
I just don't see that enthusiasm. Like where is that? Hey, Dave, man. Look, you from the city, man. I'm saying, what's your thoughts, bro?
Like I said, man, as someone that gets to watch games on a regular basis and gets to watch games like in person and get to check out the scene, it just seems to me like they be playing scared, bro. And I don't know if that's like something like how you could say it. There's too many weapons on this team, bro, to only be putting up 23 points, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the most frustrating part. Is like watching this team go out there. You see all these guys on the field. It's like even before McCaffrey came up, bro. Like I mean, with Kittle and Ayuk and Debo and like that O-line, and I know Trent was hurt and he came back this week. All them different running backs we make stars out of every season. and they're just putting up like they're driving down the field and getting 3 points. You can't win.
Yeah, you can't win with field goals, man. I agree.
Frustrating.
Especially a team like KC.
Okay, now you know what? And it's funny because when I was watching the game, I was coming back from the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? So I was running late, getting to watch the game. And Dave, that's why I made it to JT. I had a haircut appointment. So when I saw the fact that we hit 3 instead of 7, I'm like, okay, what happened? Now I will say this: there are times where the drive is clicking. The play calls are there. We're scripted, by the way. Everything is cool. We get a holding penalty. So now instead of first and 10, it's first and 20, or we get a drop, on first and 20. Now it's second and 20, or just different shit happens to where the drive is thrown off. But my whole thing is like, okay, listen. Unfortunately, and I'm not trying to jump on number 10. I'm not. But unfortunately, when certain things happen, he's just not good enough to overcome these certain things.
He's not.
That's my whole point. So sometimes you gotta overcome the coaching. You do. And so I'm like, man, listen, like Dave just said, even before McCaffrey got here, it was time we were in position to score 7, but we scored 3. Be it Jimmy was off, a holding call, a drop. When it comes down to it, the one person on the field that controls the game doesn't have the power he needs to have to really control the game.
Well, hold on, let me stop you there. One phase of the game, we lost at every phase, man. The defense couldn't get up the field to save their lives. Like I said, Kev, a 3rd and fucking 20? Are you kidding me?
The defense was ass.
Horrible.
Ass.
Now I'm sorry, that we can't put on number 10. He ain't got nothing to do with that.
You are correct.
Listen, football, it wasn't complimentary football in the sense.
When you get beat on the same play, not once, not twice, but 3 times for touchdowns.
Listen, that dude never scored 3 touchdowns in his life. I'm McCall Hartman. I'm not saying he's a bum, but he ain't have no. You name a game he had a breakout where he had a breakout performance like that.
But that showed you that it was no adjustments made. Because they just did the same shit. They ran it from the right to the left, from the left to the right. They just kept doing the same shit.
Hey, I was going to ask y'all, like, was it just me, or did it seem like just the team was just, I don't know. I don't know what it was. Dave, you was there in person. I mean, was the energy low? I mean, I don't know what it was, but it seemed like we were beat it.
Yeah, it was hard to tell, bro. I mean, like I said, we went into halftime with a close game, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be that moment. But it's crazy, bro. I seen this stat, bro. I don't know if y'all are aware of this one, but when the Niners under Kyle go into a fourth quarter down by 3 or more points, they're 1-30.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know now. I saw that the other day. They were 1-29 before yesterday, right? So I think in 2019 we was playing the Rams, and we was down 4, and we won that game. That's the only time. There it is. Thank you. That's the only time that Kyle won a game, being down by 3. Think about all the games we watch on a weekly basis. Where teams are down in the fourth quarter and they come back and win games. And it's like, for us, it's like a done dilly. Like, if
we don't score in the second half of games. We don't win the second half of games.
Yeah, we can't even. Yeah, we can be up in the third and then just go down 3, and that's it. It's murder she wrote.
We don't protect leads.
That does as fans. Like, I mean, like, it is what it is. But I wonder for players what that does for your psyche, because, like, you just know, damn, we've done this 31 times. And this only happened for us once. Like, which goes to show. I don't know players. I think that's the play call.
So here's my question to everybody, and I asked a question on Facebook, and all the little comments I left during the week. I asked a question on Twitter, and we can round robin this. It's really no real answer, I guess, but how do we fix this with the people we have in the building? We know Trainer coming back this year. We know Joe Montana coming out the tunnel. We know Steve Young coming out the damn tunnel. So how do we fix this? How do we get back on track?
I say we start with defense.
The most important guy that wasn't on that field, and I hate to say it because I dogged him when he got his contract, and we've talked about him throughout the season, beginning of the season, is Eric Armstead. Ever since he's been
Yeah,
out,
I told you,
there's
Don.
been
I told you.
no push in the middle. We don't set guys back. People are running over us. When you give up 529 total yards, that's
But look,
I mean,
Hey, but hold on, Dave. Now, hold on, you now. To be fair, of those 529, 440 something was passing. So it wasn't, and actually they wasn't gutting us up the middle running the ball. So it wasn't like it was the middle that was getting cheeked up. It's the edges. And like you said, McCole Hardman scored 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the same play, but they hit what is it? Is it triangle on L2? They flipped the play.
Yeah, but see the issue with the edges was they were very undisciplined.
we're not
very
exposing
undisciplined.
those edges because we're not getting double teamed in the middle anymore like we used to.
Right. Well, like I said, I saw a lot. Bosa was very undisciplined that game. That's why he had a bad game. They ran the ball to him.
They was running right
threw the ball
tempo.
his way. Yeah, and all he was doing was his aggression. They used his aggression against him. The same shit they did to us in 2019.
One play, on one of them fly sweeps, he came off the ball. He didn't know the ball was past him.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Yeah. He wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only one though.
Yeah.
I seen Fred Warner out there doing crazy shit. How do you think Juju Smith-Schuster was so wide open in the middle of the field? He's following a crossing route into a linebacker that's covering him already, and let Juju run straight up the middle of the field. That was Fred Warner, man. The entire D. There were a lot of guys playing undisciplined. Now, and Mooney, I honestly think Mooney's hurt. I think Mooney's hurt.
Still hurt. Yes.
There was one play where we had Kelsey going in motion. He stopped. There was nobody assigned to him because as soon as the ball was hiked, he was all alone again. It's like we ran to the other side and purposely left his ass open. You know he's going to be the main target, so why not assign somebody to him?
That falls on D'Amico.
Hey, my whole thing, I know y'all on defense and D'Amico, but I'm coming back at Kyle here because we're not going to win a game when Jimmy G throw the ball more than 25 times.
25 times, yeah. Listen, Jew, I'm not saying that it was one person that you could blame more than the other. This is a plethora of blame to go around.
Right. Like
every time, bloodbath.
But every time we get down in the red zone, when we seen it, Christian McCaffrey was running good. Wilson was running good. TDP ran good. Yeah. When we got there close to the end zone, Kyle want to put the ball in the air.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey, and see,
he's being aggressive. He's being unnecessarily aggressive.
That's why I'm playing Kyle.
This is where Kyle becomes a mad scientist, man. He becomes a mad scientist. He's unnecessarily being aggressive. Then when you need him to be aggressive, then he wants to take the air out the ball. I don't get this guy. I don't get Kyle. And you know what? I know, Kev, earlier you said, the guru thing. I ain't calling that motherfucker no guru no more, man. I ain't calling him no guru.
No, that wasn't my name for him. I said
no fucking guru.
The world calling him.
Well, we ain't calling that motherfucker no guru over here.
That y'all just said. That's kind of what he reminds me of too, man. I feel like he psyched himself out. He overthinks.
Yeah.
Bro. I mean, like I said, I'm not a coach. I'm not a GM. I'm not a coordinator. I'm aware of that, bro. But something tells me when it's like 1st and goal inside the 5, bro, and you got a decent offensive line, a solid
right.
Man, you got 4 downs to punch it in. Why not try and just bust something up and run up and see what happens? I don't know.
Let me say this too, DC. Listen, bro, you ain't got to be a coach. You ain't got to be a mastermind to see what's going on. You ain't just crawl off from under a rock either. You smart enough to know there's something going on with this team. And it's from a coaching standpoint. I'm sorry. It's from a coaching standpoint. TDP. Why aren't we seeing these young guys? Why aren't we seeing these guys? You got to try out what you got, man. You got to give these guys a shot. You're not giving these guys a shot.
Mason had no carries. Another game.
And then Kyle with that, I don't trust him. Get out of what you trust, man. Let the guys get on the field and prove themselves, man. All this, and then trust this one. We don't trust you.
And then as far as the turning point of this game for me, it was when Jimmy threw that pick down there after we got that
after we got the fumble. Yep.
Yes.
When we turned that ball over right then, the whole game went to shit. You seen the players' faces and they were never like, what the hell just happened?
You know what though? Hey, damn that
Jeff Wilson was wide open for that.
Butt naked. And see, and this is why. Now hold on, I got 2 points here. Jew, I'm gonna go to you at first. I don't want to hear shit about the players losing their shit or losing integrity or enthusiasm. This who y'all wanted, right?
Yep.
Right.
Y'all was
He said he would give us
celebrating.
the best chance.
Trey
That's right.
got hurt. Oh, Jimmy back down. Jimmy Jesus. Oh, he.
You've been wanting that.
This is your game? No, so nah. So deal with that shit. Number two, I've always said that Jimmy Garoppolo was not a very cerebral quarterback. And I think that goes a lot of y'all head when I say that. My point is, and I said in the post today, if at first read not there, he's toast. Because I just don't think he know the plays the way he should. Like, okay, if one not open, I know where 2 and 3 are without even looking over here. I know when I look to my right, Wilson out the back, I know he's going to be there. But Jimmy is not heady enough to understand that. I'm going to try to force the ball over here anyway. And my
He
thing
does
is,
that all the time. Always forcing shit to kill him.
sack.
Always forcing shit to kill him.
End zone. Don't just throw it. He out there playing 3 flies up.
And hold on.
You would
And
think
why in the
after
hell?
starting so many games here, you know this offense. He doesn't.
Man, why didn't we see no run to the outside for Christian McCaffrey?
You barely seen him for Debo. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he did not try to get
attack the
Christian
edge.
McCaffrey out to the edge.
Yeah. Listen, that's the guru. That's the guru for you.
Hey, you know what?
I'm not
Well, let's
calling him
hope
a
we
fucking guru
correct
no more,
that
man.
this weekend.
Hey,
Let's
look,
hope.
I want to ask y'all right quick. Go back with me if y'all can. I know sometimes we can't remember what we did this morning, but go back with me if y'all can to that game on Sunday. It was a play. We ran a toss to Debo. It wasn't no blocking out there for him. I'm talking about Jimmy just tossed it to him, and if you watch the play, it looked like there was an option for the shovel pass to Kittle.
Yep.
Coming through the B gap. But Jimmy just tossed it to Debo. Like, oh, hey, there go Debo. He's going to make something happen. And, I mean, there was no blocker out there. There was a free rusher. Like, go ahead. I mean, I'm already here.
Oh, no, I remember that.
So the play call, again, sometimes the play call is trumped by execution. But even with that, come on, Kyle. You're supposed to be this mad scientist. Get more creative than this. Do something different. And we're not doing shit different. It's bad enough your QB is handicapping you. Do something different. Come on, man. We're too good to be so bad.
Too many pieces, man. This is too many pieces for what we're getting at, the results that we're getting on the field. You know. Well, listen, guys. We got the real talkers in the building, and
I all fall real talkers, man.
Yeah, standing room only in there. So y'all ready to get into it? Anybody have a sighting of it? Anybody have a sighting of the Queen?
Hey, the Queen.
Yep, she's been here.
She's been here.
I also Queen. You know, we got excited and everything. You feel me?
All right. Well, let me get this. Let me shut it down. And you guys know, like we always do around this time, like we always say, no broadcast. And I mean, no broadcast is ever official without the Queen.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever.
Let's give it up, y'all, for Panama, the Queen.
Panama Queen, where you at, Panama?
And yes, she is the true matriarch of Real Talk Niner Talk. All right, and y'all know how we get down around this time. This is actually my favorite part of the show.
Real quick, hold on, Don, Dave. Just so you know, Dave, Panama Queen, when this show started, and it was just me and Don, right? So it was 3 of us, me, Don, and Panama. We've been here talking to ourselves, and Panama being here just chopping up with us. And so we anointed her the Queen of Real Talk. So, you know, we give her that kind of respect when she come in the room. And so that's
absolutely.
I seen your face. You know what I'm saying? So,
he probably like, what the hell is this? We just had to add some context. Add some context to it, so you understand.
For real.
Yeah. No, we just want to give you an understanding of our affinity for the Queen and why we label her the Queen.
Ain't coming to America to work for me, but I'll tell you that right now.
Right on. So y'all know what time it is. My favorite part of the show. Let's get into the roll call. Let's get it. Hey, Real Talk Niner Talk. Say what? It's the roll call. All right, first up on the agenda, let's give it up for RD, Rick Diaz. Let's give it up for Rick, y'all. Hey. Okay, we got a new face in the building. We got a new face, y'all. Give it up for Villain 510. Give it up for Brother V. All right. Oh, and my man, my mellow. Give it up for none other than TD himself. Terra Dome. Give it up for TD, y'all. All right. Let's give it up for Brother J.O. Jaguayo 56. Give it up for Brother J, y'all.
Hey, that's a good look at you,
All right, not BMW, but MW. Let's give it up for Monty Williams. Give it up for Brother M-Dub. Give it up, y'all. Hey, it's my man, my mellow. Get on the mic, because you know you eat jello. Let's give it up, y'all, for 49er Faithful Dave from PA. Give it up for Dave, y'all. Hey.
That's 3.
Right on. Let's give it up from the west side, the best side. Let's give it up for our brother, Rod Cali, 247. Let's go, Rod. Give it up for Rod. It's my man, my mellow. Get on the mic, because you know you eat jello. Let's give it up for Neon Dion, 90 Gang Podcast. Let's give it up for Dion, y'all.
What up, life kid?
My man. Well, you gotta love Dion, man. Dion keeping the stack, man. He's also a resident real talker, part of the crew. That's my man. Dion keeps it a complete stack. All right, let's give it up for JD, Jerome Davis. He blocked the whole line, didn't block. Yeah, you're right, Jerome. You're right. Let's give it up for Jerome Davis, y'all. Good luck, Jerome. All right, let's give it up for Emiliano. EO. Give it up for EO, y'all.
You got a good point there, too.
Down the brick. We gotta find some more, guys. We gotta find more. Where they at?
We'll come back to your point, Emiliano. A good point, though.
Good point. Yeah, we definitely come back to it after the roll call.
They're going on Bebop.
All right. And the place to be. Let's give it up for Double N. Newbie. Give it up for Newbie, y'all. All right, she's so nice, we had to wipe her off and introduce her twice. Give it up again, y'all, for Panama. Boom.
And I was saving that stat.
All right, we got another new face, y'all. We got another new face. Urban Dad TV. Let's give it up for UDT, y'all. Give it up for Urban Dad. Oh, and our sister from another mister. Let's give it up, y'all, for Melissa. Oh, we got to get to Melissa's thing, too. All right, let's give it up for our 6th member of the Real Talk Night and Talk crew. Give it up for none other than D. You know what it is, Sizzle. Give it up for D Sizzle, y'all. D Sizzle.
I hope you got 2 belts.
Right on. We got MB in the building. Mississippi boy. Give it up for Mississippi.
What up, boy?
Right. We got to run it again.
This one might have to pull out.
Too many can't leave. No man left behind. No man or woman left behind.
You get Bebop?
All right. In the place to be, we got Mariah 49. Faithfully. Give it to Mariah, y'all. All right. Hip hop and you don't stop. Let's give it up, y'all, for Bebop. Bebop Jones. Bebop. All right. That'll conclude The roll call.
All right. All right,
let's give it up once again, y'all, for the Real Talkers.
Hey, to be in here deep.
Yeah, man. So, getting back to the game, we got to talk about it. So, moving forward, I mean, like I was saying earlier in the round robin, I think the way to fix this, we definitely got to start with the defense. And then we need to get these guys back on the defensive side of the ball because that seems to be where a lot of the issues are. As far as Dave's comment on earlier on Armstead, I don't know, Dave. I was telling you even then, I don't know. You can't kill Armstead too much because when they moved him to the middle, when they moved him inside, he was very effective. I thought his struggling was when he was on the outside. When they moved, once they
that's
moved
what
him
I was
he didn't
saying.
have any bad games.
No, but that's what I was saying. You get no push in the middle. That
we
way
get
they
none.
can isolate one-on-one with everybody. That's what Kansas City did because we had absolutely no resistance.
Dave, I feel what you're saying, Dave, about the middle. But if you watch that game again, it wasn't really many runs between the tackles, so it wasn't like he was missed because the interior wasn't getting gashed like that. It was the edges this time. So him not being there, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like there was B gap, A gap runs,
Right.
and it was on the edge. So all that, and like I always preach to y'all, when I teach, I'm a DC, y'all know that, Dave. I'm a youth football coach, so I coach the game. I teach my guys, you from C gap in, center edge, outside shoulder free. I don't give a damn what's going on. You get that outside shoulder free, and you squeeze that C gap down. On Sunday, it was like they was, hey, you know what? Hey, C gap for sale.
Hey, look, y'all, real quick, man. I want to give it up for my guy from NY with me. Give it up, y'all, from the BK Borough. Give it up for 49er Jeff. My man. Oh, and welcome back. Let's give it up for official B&A Music 88. What's going on, B&A?
What up, man?
And B&A makes a good point. He makes a good point here. Bosa wasn't setting the edge. He was just over-aggressive. He was pursuing too far upfield, man. They were just stepping up. All Mahomes did was step up. They threw his way. They ran his way. He was like a non-factor, man.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they didn't see something that, other teams could start using, because that looked bad. I was surprised that they were getting off so much on both sides.
Yeah, the penalties too, man.
Yeah. Yep.
We stacked up.
Yeah. All signs of an undisciplined team, man. We were undisciplined all over the place. Did you ever see that play when the defense got the offense to jump and kick us out of field goal? Where they did the little shoulder thing? That's a well-coached team, man. They were better coached and better prepared than us, man. Clearly.
Most definitely. And then Bosa lined up in neutral zone 2 plays back to back. I'm like, Nick, come on, Nick. Like, you ain't got to cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, think about where you are, bro.
Even Trent
like
Williams
Murphy's
had
Law.
a bad game.
Everything that could go wrong.
Trent struggled a little bit, but let me tell you who was absolutely fucking horrible. Grimace. Horrible.
Yep.
By the way, that's McGlinchey. We call him Grimace here. Yeah, that dude was
They got
horrible.
bullied.
Like he shouldn't even be in the NFL, man. Like I'm serious. He shouldn't even be in the NFL.
He big for nothing. That's how I feel.
Big
Hey, Dave, I call him BFN, Dave. Big for nothing.
Big for
BFN.
nothing. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm not an expert at all. I played a little bit of offensive line when I played football, and a lot of it is just getting to your position and then working from there, right? Like being able to get the feet into where you need to be at. And he's getting beat so often. His only way to be able to stop oncoming rushers is to grab him, hold him, yank at him. And when
he looked horrible. It's like he's not even there.
It's hard to hide it.
I don't know if you guys saw the. I don't know if you saw the.
The real talkers. I'm sorry, man. They kill McGlinchey.
But he pretty much alluded that McGlinchey should probably think about another career.
Hey, I saw.
Terradome says he's a tree on skates.
Ukraine. Like, come on, man. And listen,
horrible, man.
Again, I'm not gonna put this loss all on Jim because it was definitely. If that loss was a crime scene, it's DNA all over that thing. I mean, from coaches, the players, to the water boy,
Everybody
the
gets some.
equipment staff. Everybody had a part in that loss.
This shit like a pot of gumbo. You got some everything in there.
Right.
Everybody in on this one. You know, everybody's in on this.
If
All right,
I'm
let's
that
give it up for my
secondary-
man. Where's he at? Let's give it up for my guy, y'all. Shulo.
If I'm our secondary, I have nightmares about that back shoulder pass because Mahomes was doing that to us all game long.
Oh man, like he had like a science. He had a science to it.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this: as a DC and a former cornerback, that back shoulder pass is hard to defend. Unless you
Very hard.
Unless you're playing trail technique, you're not gonna be in position to defend that back shoulder pass. I mean,
Right.
so it's and Mahomes is that dude, and not to mention he had all day.
Right. Well, let's look.
He went to Great America
Oh,
3 times.
pressure.
Wait on the edge line a couple times, the jumping line for that. He had time to buy souvenirs. I mean, he had all day.
Well, let's look at officials' comment here. I like it. In the history
And he
of
went
the
to Great
NFL.
America, Santa Cruz, and found Marine World Africa USA and still had time to pass the damn ball.
And Manteca.
All right, official says in the
Right.
history of the NFL, a QB has thrown an interception, lost a fumble, and taken a safety all in the same game 28 times. Jimmy G has done it twice this month.
Trifecta.
You know, let's give official a round of applause for that. Official. Well, listen, man. I mean, I know we're here, we're ranting and all that, but I want to take the time out to give the floor to our special guest. You know, it's a pleasure and a privilege to have this guy join us this evening. All right, the floor is yours now, Brother Cannell, Bay Area rapper, and yes, he has bars, y'all.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing I think a lot of people don't know about me is I think a lot of them think like, you know, I mean, I do Nine Anthems, right? And I love that part. I mean, I love being able to do that because at heart, I was raised a Nine fan. I've never been anything else.
Right.
A big part of my identity, but they tend to forget that like I study hip hop. You know, like I'm really into lyricism, and like I do other music. We don't push the same way as the Niners stuff. Because I think the Niners have a giant fan base, and that helps
Huge fan base.
push my stuff out. But like, yeah, I mean, I have a basis in hip hop. I'm not just like I'm big on like multiple syllable rhyming and metaphors and punchlines. I used to battle rap when I was a kid. Like, so like I have that in my background. But I feel my truest self when I'm doing Nana music because it's always been a huge passion of mine. I grew up at Candlestick. I was raised there. Right? And like I was telling y'all before the show kicked off, I'm from San Francisco. I'm really from there. See, my boy knows. Because like the thing is, like with Tech Boom and Google and Facebook in the 2000s, a lot of people that live in San Francisco ain't from San Francisco, right?
Right
And,
on.
you know, it'd be wrong with me to hate on that because my father's an immigrant. He came from Central America, from Nicaragua in the 60s. And so for me to turn around and say, you can't come here, it just wouldn't be right. I can't say that.
No, not at
But
all.
what it did was it definitely changed a lot of what San Francisco was when I was a kid growing up. And so the city that y'all see coming in after the year 2000, that's not the
Right.
city I grew up in, right?
Right.
And so like a lot of it has changed. And so I carry, just like I walk around with a Niner logo on me, I got it tatted all over my body too. Like I like to show that with pride, but even bigger than that is I'm from Frisco. I'm like really from here though. And so like that's one of the things that it might be the second thing I tell you after my name when I meet you. You know?
Right on.
Like, hey, my name's Dave. I'm from Frisco. I'm a Niner
Right.
fan. Like, and people know me for those three things, right? And so, it's a big part of what I do. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of pride in being able to rep these letters I'm wearing on my head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not just the football team, but the city itself,
The
right?
city.
Right.
I can
And
dig
so, you know, and we down there in Santa Clara now, and I think a lot of folks like to throw jabs at us for like leaving the city, especially in the Bay Area, because we still got a lot of Raider fans out here. Like you get a lot of the Santa Clara Niners, the Santa Clara Niners. They can't really say much to us now because they play in the state. But with that being said, like it's still this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And the dopest thing about this is I can go anywhere in the world, and when I see them letters, like I already know it's family. Like, and that's the thing. I don't have to know you, but when I see this on you, I already know enough. You know what I mean? And so
Right
like,
on.
Right.
in that. You feel me? So yeah.
But that's what's up, man. Well, we definitely want to get into showcase, some of your music. You let us know what you want to go with first, man, and
Yeah.
we'll make it happen, man.
Why don't we start off with that Super Gremlin, bro? Like I said,
Hey, that goes so hard.
Yeah. Anthems, I like to do them from scratch. I like to find a producer and make a brand new beat, own everything. Like I love that.
Right on.
I was watching them play Dallas in the playoffs last year, and I seen Debo and Trent come out leading the team to that Kodak. And I'm from Frisco. I'm a Bay Area guy. I don't listen to a lot of new Southern rap.
Right.
But when I heard that beat, I was like, what's this? Because I ain't never heard that song.
Super
But when I seen how the whole team came together around it, with Debo doing the whole moves and stuff as he was coming out, I started getting them goosebumps. I knew the Cowboys was in for it at that point, right? And so what I wanted to do was use something like that to kind of unite everybody. And then I put it out after the Green Bay game. It was right before the Rams NFC game. And so what I wanted to do was be able to highlight that and turn it into something for us and do like a coverage of what we've been through so far. So I'll go ahead and let you kick that off, man.
Say no more, man. So, guys, let's give a round of applause for Brother Dave Cannell as we get into Super Gremlin. Hey.
But y'all thought I was sitting this one out? Niners, 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 Niners. Niner Empire. Seal. Y'all ready? Canal. Hey, this one for the lifers. Them never been part-timers. It ain't too hard to find us. Nah, red and go harder than nine. Put in the league on notice. Hold this L, they need a reminder. I see the hate on their faces, they watching us play from their comfy recliners. Die hard since a minor, from the ground up like the first floor. No tags on my gear, bruh. Jersey old as your firstborn. Knotted out like I work for them. This uniform don't come off my ticket season, and I ain't leaving till the final seconds gonna run off. Look, we don't compare to your fan base. We ain't like any one of them. We sliding through to your stadium deep and filling the building with tons of them. We should pay child support to the Rams the way that we out there sunning them. Nothing but crickets, partner. I don't hear none of them, none of them, none of them. AZ, we're imposters. Fake. Seattle fell off in the unknown. It's past they turn, they crashed and burned. We killing two birds with one stone. Rush forward, we run zone. Y'all understand the scheme? Mingo kept the Cowboys streak alive, and now they fans are memes. Big game out of Green Bay. Block punt in the cold freezing. A-Rod just can't see us. 0-4 in the postseason. From the nosebleeds to the goal line. It's 4-9. Bang, bang. First down at the first down. It's a workout for the chain gang. Had to extend the revenge tour. Journey is far from over. Head to toe in that red and gold. I look like a Spartan soldier. Turn road games into home games. Ops gon' cry and they rally rags. Smash mouth, it's bully ball. They leaving this game in a body bag. Y'all name it, we been through it. Prestige for the franchise. Can't stop till we on top. Get a 6th ring for the empire. Special teams, defense, run game. Let's go. Handle business. We fun to win this and bring the Lombardi to Frisco. Shield. 49er superstars. They ain't think we get this far. Now it ain't safe for y'all. Got 5 and we coming for 6. 49er superstars.
Hey.
They ain't think we get this far. Now it ain't safe for y'all. Got 5 and we coming for 6.
You need that 6, man. Real for real. This dude heard the song, he's like, we love this song, so we're going to listen to it. The other one I got for y'all, that's his actual favorite.
Hey, they feeling you, Dave. They feeling you in the comments, man.
I was 4 people so like, I put that like this. 2012, I wrote Die Hard. Die Hard is my first Niner anthem I ever did. Right? I gotta disagree with everybody. I always gotta say it, bro. You always get.
I think that's the first one I heard.
Right. You always give credit to the ones that came before you. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people this at the time, and I got to this time. 2005, Eddie Cut, first person to ever do a Niner anthem. He was out in Niner. That's a candlestick veteran right there. My boy Luke Francisco. First one to ever do it. After him was Jose Santana. Jose Santana is one of the most consistent Niner anthem writers of all time, bro. After him,
We end the show with Jose with Santana.
2012, right after the 2011 season with what went down with that, I decided to finally do a non-anthem on my own, mostly because a lot of folks was asking me to do one. And so I did
Right.
Die Hard. I wrote Die Hard in my bedroom, bro. I recorded it, wrote it in my bedroom, and I put it out. And I hadn't shot the video yet. I was walking around Candlestick with burnt CDs, bro, just handing them out for free. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of
promotion
that would either say, I don't want that. There's a lot of people that would take it and toss it. There was people that would take it, you could see in their face, they're like, I don't really want to deal with somebody trying to sell me music I never heard before. And I had to like endure that. And like, you know, there's an ego thing with that. Cause it's like, man, I'm really putting my all into this.
Yeah.
See that immediate return, it might smack you with a little bit, especially as a man, like it hits your ego a little bit.
Right.
But when we finally decided to shoot a video and the beauty that comes behind YouTube and social media and having to push things out, it just took it on its own. Right. And so after that happened, bro, like all this stuff started to kind of kick off, bro. And it's a pleasure to be able to say that, like, this is my 11th season, being able to come out and do big tailgates and fly across the country and perform and do things. And it's one of the things where every time I feel like I might be in a space where I'm like, I made it, I remind myself, bro, you was in Candlestick walking around getting your CDs kicked under parked cars. Like, don't ever let yourself get too far.
It's rough. It's rough in the beginning. Well, I can say we saw you with our own two out in Atlanta, man, and you definitely wrecked shop.
Man, and see, that's rough because that's the one thing that I always got to tell myself, like, this is giving me an opportunity to be able to interact with y'all, bro. So y'all that I'm doing this interview with, all the people that are out there doing, dropping the comments and that watch y'all, like, bro, this is my part of being a Niner fan. This is my way to help contribute to the empire, right? And it's like, it's bigger than me. This ain't even about me, bro. Like, it ain't never been about me. It's one of the things where, like, people hitting me up talking about, oh, bro, I start off all my Sundays listening to your music. You know, they hit me up talking about, like, my son loves your music. My daughter, I gotta have the song playing, or she start tripping out. You know, or people telling me they get goosebumps to it, or like all the different things like that. Or meeting folks that said they watched the video. Like we did Still Faithful. Me and Dale G, shout out Atlanta, right? My boy from he from Queens originally, but he out there in
He's
Atlanta.
from New York, yeah, MC Dale G.
Did Still Faithful, and I'll tell you like this: we were the first Niner artists. I know, I feel you. We was the first ones to do an anthem that wasn't like a rah-rah, let's go hard, we're the Niners, we're the best.
Right.
We looked around and did something like, you know, we got to look at all the hard times we've been through. You know what I'm saying? My son, that's what I mean. We've all been through that moment where we've seen that. Like, I don't know about y'all, when Kyle Williams muffed and punts, right? When Kaepernick made 4 throws in the end zone and we should have ran that thing in. Like, all them different times, bro. When Roger Craig fumbled, right? So I'm going to OG.
Yeah. We remember all those days. I remember all those, of course. I mean, I don't look my age. I don't know if you know I don't look my age, but I've been a faithful for 40 years, man.
Yeah, and I got 38 on mine. We in the same.
Yeah, so you know, I know I've seen all those games, man, and I've endured all that.
With like that pain, bro. Like you know, that lead to the Chiefs, bro. Watching Richard Sherman eat turkey on the 50, like all the things that like hit you in the chest. We had to
I was in Vegas when that happened
because we had to cover that because we don't just rock when we win. That's the thing. Like I'm not out here trying to be out here like and be a front runner. I was the hardest season I've ever had doing music was 2016. We lost 13 games in a row.
Yeah.
4 different teams across the country.
We were suffering at that time.
That was it. Right?
Hey, really quick, someone's asking where they could find your music.
Question for you right there.
Y'all Google me on Dave Canal, and I'm sorry, y'all, my kid crying in the background because he want me to.
Don't worry about it. We understand.
So bear with me. But what's it called? Y'all can find me on Spotify. So if you just Google Dave Canal, but before I was Dave Canal, I used to go by Heat. So if you just Google Heat 49ers or you Google Dave Canal, you'll find everything, man.
Right on.
Yeah. He's tripping right now. You really on that hype. He mad over Kansas City too. He pissed.
Join the group. Well, look, man, I know you got another track here, man. I mean, we'd love to get into it.
Oh, man, if you drop that right now, he'll stop crying. I guarantee it.
Okay. Well, let me help you out. Let's get.
This is the one with me and Travis King, man.
Travis King.
Next to his 49er Faithful from 2019, we brought it back to 2022 to just keep the energy moving.
Right. Now, this song I've heard. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, Travis King song. I'm featured on it. But we work together. I got a lot of love and respect for Travis, man. He a real one, too. I walked in his house. I like doing collaborations. I just like to know they real Niner fans. I walked in the trash house and seen all the old Niner photos of him and Candlestick. He verified there was a blue check there out the gate. So I was like, let's rock. You feel me?
Right on. All right, guys. So your listening pleasures.
Hey,
All
what's
right. We have 49 Faithfully, Travis King featuring our brother here.
Do your shit, Dave, man.
All right.
All right.
Dave
You
Canal.
know it's coming.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Hey. All right. Oh, he stopped crying too.
Hey, yes, hey, you know what it is.
Yeah. Get out there in a second, okay?
Like, hey, I know that song.
49er faithful ride with me.
Hey.
Letting go, put it to the day I D.I.E.
What?
Reppin' on a gang and it's all I bleed.
What?
Racking up dubs in my Levi jeans. And we run over the league with our whole team. Be that number 1 seed cause we ballin'. Putting in that work early in the morning. Super Bowl team and now these haters salty. Rockin' Zenny shades to the championship shift. That Nick Bosa drop him hard like a hit stick.
What?
The Jimmy Ward intercept him with a pick six. Like Debo, we gon' knock him like a brick. The trade lands play action to a drop back. When the bits coming quick, the old line go block that. RPO with Kyle Juice. Mitchell and George Kittle, can't nobody stop that. Stand behind Kyle Shanny all the way. It's like a game of chess when he go to play. Brendan Ayuk on the center fade. Bang, bang, Niner gang all day. I'm talking big body Trent Williams and Seaward. Offense, defense, either way we score. Jay Verrett, Mosley, and Fred Warner. Armstead and Greenlaw, Warner. 49er faithful ride with me. Red and gold, put it to the day I D.I.E. Reppin' Niner gang and it's all I bleed. Racking up dubs in my Levi jeans. And we run over the league with our whole team. Be that number 1 seed cause we ballin'. Putting in that work early in the morning. Super Bowl team and now these haters salty.
Look, I'm a diehard, born and raised in the Bay. Guess I'm back up. Tim Rattay, no bandwagon jumper, bro. We been this way. Put quarterbacks on our D-line dinner plate. Empire, never been a nation. Red and gold been in my family for generations. Since 84, call me Brent Jones. At the stick, season tickets in the end zone. You damn wrong, thinking we ain't running through your team. Like George Kittle, 4th and 2 down in New Orleans. We gon' bring it to your squad if they want more. Slap 6 on the board, you the foghorn. Been faithful since the cradle, they know we the realest. King and Canal, looking like the new Bowman and Willis. And I be riding with my Niners, bruh, till they carry me off the field like Brian
49er
Young.
faithful ride with me. Red and gold, put it to the day I D.I.E. Reppin' on a gang and it's all I bleed. Racking up dubs in my Levi jeans. And we run over the league with our whole team. Be that number 1 seed cause we ballin'. Putting in that work early in the morning. Super Bowl team and now these haters salty. All we do is win, baby, whoa, whoa, whoa. Taking over cities on the road. We ain't never scared, baby, no.
Hey.
Robbie Gold game when it feel go. Put it on my city, all we do is trust.
What?
Shut down defense, call it gold rush.
What?
49er faithful, always turned up. And if the refs don't call it right, we don't give a punt. 49er faithful, ride with me. Red and gold, put it to the day I D.I.E. Reppin' on the gang and it's all I bleed. Backing up dubs in my Levi jeans.
This is hard.
Run
This is
over
hard.
the league with our whole team. Be that number 1 seed cause we ballin'. Putting in that work early in the morning. Super Bowl team and now these haters salty.
It's crazy. Like I said, I've been on the other side of the country, and people know the lyrics to the songs. Like it's still a trip to me, bro. But I tell people though, bro, like it ain't even about like. I know we want to see us win, and that's the thing. I know we Niner fans, and that's a big part. Like we got a tradition of winning, right? I grew up in the 80s and 90s. I'd see us get W's all the time. Being in the city, that was a normal thing. But like I tell people, at the end of the day, it's more about the experiences and the people that you experience it with, bro. Because like I said, I know there's people that here no more with me, and I know that like we still hold those moments where we was on Mission Street celebrating Super Bowls, like, or we was like at games together, jumping around, going crazy, doing all that stuff. And at the end of the day, man, I'll take that over a W in week 7, anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
hey man, look, Dave.
I tell people, reach out to you and tell them how much you love them, bro, because you might never get to go to a road game with them again. You don't know that.
See,
I'm saying like
people don't realize
there is nothing.
I'm not shitting on nobody else or no other Niner fan that's a Niner fan from anywhere outside the city. But being born and raised in San Francisco, bro, and I'm from Fillmore, so you know Fillmore run through my veins too. But being born and raised in the city,
faithful of all faithfuls.
you feel me? I mean, it's just like I don't care what our record is. Yeah. I'm trying to rep these Niners regardless. I've seen the dark times.
Yeah.
2-14 seasons, things like that. So, I mean, listen, like you said, we've been here before. So, it's more than just rooting for a team. I'm putting on for my city. You know what I'm saying? I was born here. We was born here. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, Dave, man, shout out to you, man. You and your son doing your thing, man. Like, respect. When I saw you that night on stage, you see I came right to you. I said, hold on, like, Dave. And then holler at you. And then look, now we're here. You feel me?
That was a fun night, bro. Like I said, that thing turned up, bro. And it's crazy. I tell people this, right? I've been to so many stadiums across the country doing these things, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and rep for the Niners one time on this. I've been to home games. I can't count how many home games I've been to with Candlestick Levi's in my life. Right. 38 years old. I've been going since '87, so I got 30 years plus of experience in Niners. I've seen rival fans come to our stadium. That I've seen, right? I mean, we've had some games where they've filled up our seats. And I always tell people, Steelers, Cowboys, Raiders, Packers, and the Bears. Those 5 fan bases, they're going to pull up. I got to give them that respect. Because every time we're playing them, they show up. And we're that other one. So there's 6 of them that I look like that. Right. But I ain't never seen in my life. I ain't never been to a Niner game and seen another team's fan base pull up and have a giant tailgate and have rappers or artists performing in the parking lot. I ain't never seen that. Never once. Right. We do this all the time. I don't care where we at. We pull up. We ain't never had it. Ain't even about people trying to stop us or fuck. I ain't about that life. That's not how I get down. I got this guy. I'm not worried about none of that. But what I'm saying is, that ain't never happened at Candlestick. That ain't never happened at Levi's, bro. Never once. If you can pull up footage, do it. And I ain't never seen it. So there's something special about how we get down, bro. And that's why there's so much unity that exists amongst all the different. Bro, there's like 15 of us that do this. I'm just one of many. I look at it like I play a position. We're a team, right? And I'm like I don't know. You can just name a position. I'm like the left tackle on the team. But we all play a part. Right, and there might be some that rock with my music but don't rock with this guy's. And there might be some folks that don't like this guy's music but they rock with mine. Man, it's all love because we all represent the same thing.
Same thing. That's right.
Well, we all together on this.
It's the same about podcasts.
Right. Hey, get out my head, Dave. Get out my head, Dave.
Podcasting game the same way.
Players will come together and work together on the field the way we come together and work together in the studio. Like, oh God. Like, I mean, it's like they got to figure this out. And like, I'm hoping that they're going to come out there and get this worked out on the field because there's too much talent for them to not be succeeding. Like y'all said earlier, like there's all these weapons everywhere, offense, defense. The national people are talking about it, but it ain't translating on the field. And that comes down to Kyle being able to be a leader of men, like you said. Can he do it? I don't know. But it needs to happen because, and if he ain't the guy to do it, I'm not saying he should be fired. I'm saying they got to.
We ain't there yet, but I'm gonna tell you that window is it's that conversation's been lurking. You know, there are more options out there than people think.
Right.
You know, see, my thing with Kyle in a nutshell, Dave, is he tends to, you know, and I come from youth, you know, coaching youth sports, you know, and my thing is, you know, as a youth coach, a coach is never supposed to put himself before the kids.
Right.
I feel he puts himself ahead of the team with the ego, you know, he's a guru, it's Mike Shanahan's son. All that supersedes the team, and that's a problem. Like I said, I'm looking at the Giants, I'm looking at these guys ready to run through a brick wall for that coach. I look at how excited he gets running up and down the sideline. I say, why can't we have a guy like that? And on the low, not being I'm not trying to be super negative when I say this, there's a part of me that feels that he's not good for Trey Lance. Feel that Kyle ain't good for Trey Lance, man.
I think that's fair.
Not only is it fair, Dave or Don, it's just he's never really just had an opportunity or been tasked with raising per se, cultivating, molding a player. Because he was an OC before, and now he's a head coach. But see, now even as a head coach, it's not like he's a QB coach. But that's why I say he will be better suited as an OC. That way, you can just call plays. Just call the plays.
Right. Just call the play. Cool. Just be I think he'll revert back to that if we don't keep him here. I think he'll revert back to being OC.
Listen,
I agree with Kev. I look at that guy. I look at that guy that's coaching the Giants now. The ball, and
He's doing a damn good job.
among the best. I'm talking about Buffalo's quarterback. He was there. He groomed him. So it is possible if you have the right person. I just don't think he's the right person.
Right.
And like I said, man, and being a coach, you know, Dave, I wrote an article with SI last year sometime, and the title blew folks' minds, and I did it for a reason. I titled it Kyle Shanahan, the necessary evolution of Kyle Shanahan, from play caller to leader of men. And I did that for a reason, because I've been both. I've called players on defense. I've been a leader of men, and it takes a certain type of man to lead men. It's one thing to say, hey, little Juju, you go here, Ray, you go there, John, but nah, damn that. Have them believe in what you're saying to them. Have them believe in who you are. Have them believe in your why. And that alone is going to elevate them to levels that they've never seen before.
Yeah. And like,
You know what it is?
You gotta lead by example, man. I tell people like, this rap, I do this for fun, bro. I'm a high school counselor by trade. So I'm at, like you said, you from Frisco. I'm at Archbishop William High School,
Right.
Right. And so I gotta be able to, for example, if I want to
You know where that is.
school academically, and I work with a lot of student athletes.
You're
And
right
I
about
want to
that.
be able to get them to succeed. I got to be able to kind of be able to put this stuff together for them and help lead them and set that example. And be able to pick them up when they fall and stand their ground and hold them down and all of that. And I can't put myself before them, right? Their success is what makes mine. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, when I look at Kyle, it's just a lot of me, and I don't know, man.
And that's what I'm saying.
I said
Dave.
this a couple years ago. Robert Saleh should be the coach of this team, because you have office managers and you have people that inspire. Robert Saleh is that rah-rah guy, get in your face, make you believe. Kyle Shanahan has never been that. He's always been an office manager, and it's reflected in Jimmy Garoppolo. He's a game manager. He's not going to rally the troops. He's going to be, when he gets a lead, he's going to hold it, but you've got to have that lead. We need guys that inspire comebacks. We need guys that rally the troops. We don't have that in our head coach or our quarterback.
Now, hold on. Now, I will say, number 10 has tried to be that, because we've seen clips of him. Come on, guys, let's have a day. Come on, guys, X, Y, Z. But unfortunately, his play doesn't back what he's saying most times. And again, I don't want to dump on Jimmy, but certain people are just who they are. If you deal with somebody, Dave, you deal Don, Dave, you deal with somebody, eventually you're going to accept them for who they are and then just choose to deal with them or you don't. In this case, we chose to deal with them, and this is what it is. So, but now, you got to ask yourself as a coach, how can I get the best out of you when you don't even see that? But
Right.
This is the proof as to why Kyle Shanahan's true leader of men hasn't rubbed off on Jimmy yet. He's still doing the same thing he's been doing. A real coach is going to get through to you to show you error in your ways. I'm not going to just show you what you did wrong. I'm going to show you why you did it wrong and how not to repeat that same mistake. And as a coach, my goal is you're going to get certain plays. It's inevitable. I'd rather you get beat on 5 different plays than you be on the same play 5 times. And as a coach, if that happens, I'm failing. So therefore, Kyle Shanahan, you got to dig a little bit deeper than what you're digging, because right now it's failing.
All right, guys, let's move on, man. I want to get into the game. All right, as painful as it is, we got to talk about it, guys. So let's get into game stats, game leaders. Let's get it. All right, let's get into the stats.
Hey, Jimmy's the perfect two pitchers too.
Yeah, man, we got the two coaches, and I gotta say, Andy Reid put Kyle over his knee and gave him a good spanking, man. Gave him a good spanking.
Like Andy said, sit your
We
ass
won the time of possession and still lost.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we got
If you look
outstanding
at these
everything
stats,
else.
it's pretty deceiving. It's deceiving. 444 offensive yards and 23 points. We had more plays. We did well third down.
Right. Well, the plays that we needed to make, apparently, to propel us weren't made. Like like that interception right before the half.
Oh, that killed.
We should have went into the halftime with the lead. I don't think we ever recovered from that. I don't think we ever recovered from that.
We didn't.
Sacks allowed. Look at that. I mean, and their defense wasn't, touted to be that good. But I can't tell. It seems like when everybody that plays us, whatever we see as a supposable something that's advantageous, it never seems to work out that way. Remember all the years we said Seattle's offensive line was horrible, but they always seem to handle us.
And you know what, Don? Something else I want to point out about that interception right before the half. If you think about it, all the players you said, hey, Jimmy's back, Jimmy Jesus, X, Y, Z. You asked me, and I could be wrong.
Right.
In that very moment, not only did he turn the ball over, but the guys who were behind him, they was like, you know what, man? He ain't that dude either. You know what I'm saying? So it was like at that very moment, the air came out the sails, came out the tires. And in the second half, it was just like
we never recovered from that. Well, look, guys, move on.
Of all the times you take a sack, that's when you take a sack. You don't blow it in the red zone like that.
100%.
Don't turn the ball over.
I was sitting in that end zone, bro. I saw the whole thing unfold in front of my eyes, bro. Just running backwards, throwing off his back foot. When it's like, well, take that sack, we'll just take the lead 1.5. You don't take the ball back.
And Dave, had he taken the same time to backpedal the way he did and still throw it, had he looked to his right to another read,
and seen Wilson on
Jeff Wilson butt naked. And that's why I say he's not a cerebral quarterback. He knows one read. Anything beyond that, he need to be told what to do. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nope, you said it.
He was open on that Texas route, bro. Like I know it's hard when you got 300-pound guys running at you. I get it, but it's like that's why you do the reps. That's why you're a professional, bro. Like
exactly. Well, look, guys, let's get into the game leaders.
Yeah. But I mean, you can point fingers everywhere. Like you can also ask, well, why wasn't McCaffrey on the field? I guess a lot of people in my section were asking that question after that play. But it ain't gonna matter. I guess it doesn't really matter if you can't get him the ball in the first place. So it is what it is.
Yeah, well, we said that last week that regardless to who we sign, it's going to be an issue as long as number 10's under center.
The only thing I like about these stats is in a couple weeks, Wilson will not be the rushing leader.
Oh man, this like I say, this show period was a rough show to put together. Looking at the numbers, man.
And George Kittle had an outstanding day. He and Travis Kelce actually matched each other. 6 receptions, 98 yards, and a touchdown on National Tight End Day.
Only one difference. One had Pat Mahomes, one had Jimmy G.
Yeah,
Pretty
you
much.
had to bring that. You had to spoil that, didn't you?
Pretty much, guys. Okay, so that wraps up game stats, game leaders. Let's get it. All right. Game stats, game leaders. Like I say, this was painful. This was a painful broadcast to put together, man. It was painful.
I want to say this again, and I want to emphasize this again for not just anybody watching, not just for a specific group, category of people, but for the Jimmy Sexuals in particular, right?
Preach.
When I jump on Jimmy, not only am I justified in doing so, my only point is when you got a team like Kansas City and the defense giving up 18 million points, you can say, hey, Pat, go do your thing. When you got a team like ours, the defense giving up 18 million points, you're like, so Jimmy, you ready? I mean, it's just he's not that guy like that. And that's why I say, although he may not lose game for us all the time, he's not good enough to compensate for when things don't go right. And it's just that simple. Like, the only reason he's playing is because Trey Lance got hurt. And this, unfortunately, the rest of the season, that's what we got. How much better can he play? We don't know. But my point is okay, all y'all got cars, right? I got a question for y'all. I'm going to go round robin. I'm going to ask you, Dave, Dave, OG, and then Don. Dave, what kind of vehicle you got?
Man, I drive a Toyota Camry, bro. I live in the Bay Area. Gas is $6 a gallon.
Okay, so, but I guarantee you, in your car, on both sides, you got what you call an oh shit handle. Like, if the car swerve right, you can grab the handle up there, right? Dave, you got one in your car?
Yep.
Okay, Don, you got one in your car?
Of course.
Well, Jimmy ain't got an oh shit handle. So when you say oh shit, you can't grab the handle because Jimmy ain't got one. It's just whatever happened once the swerve happens. And so that's my point. He wasn't built with oh shit.
I have that bottle of Pepto-Bismol already in my hand.
But see,
yeah,
I'm trying to make a point here. It's just unfortunately, he just don't have that, that gear, that it factor. I mean, yes, he does certain things well. And Dave Canal, something else I'm gonna say on here, you not heard me say before, is people are saying, well, you acting like Jimmy hasn't made plays. No, I'm not saying that. Yeah, receivers do drop passes. Yeah, we are outside. Yeah, we do false start. Yeah, we do miss blocks. But it's not the plays that Jimmy made. It's the plays that he doesn't or can't make that hurt the most. Mm-hmm. So when we really need him to be the QB we need him to be, he's not it. That's all. That's my only point when I say certain shit like that. And so when the defense falls flat or the run game don't produce, you can't depend on him. Right. So it's just like once we fall behind, it's like, oh man.
Sunday in the red zone was a perfect example of why we drafted Trey Lance in the first place. He makes things happen. Even the early part of last season, we brought him into the red zone packages because Jimmy can't get it done in the red zone. We had opportunities in the red zone, field goal, second field goal, turnover. That's a 21-point turnaround.
Yeah.
But guys, like I said, I don't want to make this a Jimmy fest. I think we wasted too much time on Jimmy.
It's not.
Listen, Jimmy's a layup. Jimmy's a layup at the end of the day.
And he misses those same damn layups.
Hello, y'all are sitting here acting like he's supposed to play any different. This is who he is. So you have to accept it. That's why I don't have much to say to him. I know what he is already.
It's too hard to accept.
It's the no.
All that talent.
No, because for this game, there's too many other factors and there's a lot of other directions we could point at. Jimmy's one, of course, he's ahead of the line. But we know there's a whole list of shit. Come on, it's to the point where these guys are actually talking in the locker rooms now. When have you ever heard Ayuk and Kittle be so bold?
Last season.
So you can't tell me it's not affecting. You didn't hit Kittle. Not Kittle, Ayuk. Yeah, it wasn't Kittle.
Out receiver and I'm not getting the ball.
That was Ayuk. That wasn't Kittle.
Yeah. No, but he said that last season. He's saying it this season.
Okay. Well, like I said, the locker room is now talking. This is not a team where the locker room normally everything is usually tight to the chest, and that's not happening. That's not happening. I think what's going on with the coaches and the way the team is reacting, I think things are starting to unravel a little bit.
Dina, Pepto-Bismol, you won't go wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Well, let me move on along, man. We got
my other resident in D.C. is not the plays he makes; it's the plays he doesn't make. I'm like,
I will say this, man. Like, what's crazy is like, I was there in New Orleans, right, in 2019. I don't know if y'all were at that game or not at the Superdome.
No, I didn't make that.
It's crazy because like he's been our quarterback since the second half of 2017. Right? And he shouldn't have been our quarterback this year, but injuries played it where he is where he is.
Right.
That game in 2019, when I walked in the stadium, and I know we were already winning big, and I know this is 3 years ago, but bear with me. That was the hardest road stretch ever, right? So it said, like going up against the Ravens in the rain, and then having to deal with Green Bay, and then having to walk into New Orleans and have that stretch of games, right? And I watched this dude throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I swear to God, I walked in that stadium. It was hard for me to have any type of belief that we were going to come out of that game like whooping ass. Like, I'll be honest. Like I walked in, but had expectations like, I hope we win. Then I watched this guy literally have the game of his life. Like we ain't never seen him do that since. We know that. We ain't never seen him do that before that. I don't know what came out of him that day where he's like, I'm gonna throw for 404. Watch this. And like, I walked out of that stadium that day. That was the one time where I'm like, is this what it could be? We just saw what we saw, right? Like we saw that, right?
Right.
And I guess it's been unrealistic of me to try to be like, bro, can we hit that mark again?
That was Jimmy pre-ACL though.
I look around. I know y'all are not a fans like me, but we watch football. We love the game. Right. I'm watching guys like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow.
We don't have that.
Do this on a regular basis.
Yeah, we don't have that shit. I can tell you that.
No, we don't. That was an anomaly. That was like a one-off. And that was Jimmy pre-ACL. And I hate to say that one injury, changed a guy's whole trajectory, but other guys who came back from ACL injuries, Joe Burrow, he's still balling, doing his thing. But again, man, and I just don't know what else we can do. I don't know. I say we, but I don't know what Kyle Shanahan, what else he can do to go ahead and just cater to the needs of Jimmy Garoppolo. Because at some point, running the ball is not going to work because you're losing. So you can't just run the ball when you're losing like that. So now you got to depend on your quarterback's arm. And now they have his arm up here. Because you know what makes up for a lack of great arm talent? Intelligence.
Right.
Jimmy ain't got that. And I'm sorry.
Well, if there's one saving grace, is we seem to do well against the Lambs. And so that's coming Sunday. If we can't get it right there, then we go into full panic mode.
Sad but true.
Right. Sad all right, true. Guys, I'm gonna move on forward here. I'm gonna go on with the fun facts, not so fun facts on the quarterback. All right. We got Jimmy Garoppolo versus Patty Mahomes. All right. Catch attempts. Jimmy has 25 out of 37. And Patty's 25 for 34. Guess less was more in this case. Jimmy had a total of 303 yards for the game to Patty's 423. Jimmy averaged 8.2 yards per game to Patty Mahomes' 12.4. Jimmy had 2 touchdowns. Patrick had 3. They both had 1 interception. Jimmy had 5 sacks for 26 yards. Patty had 1 for 6. Jimmy ends the game with a 99.3 QBR rating to Patty Mahomes' 132.4. All right. And that will conclude our fun facts on the quarterback. Let's get it.
These stats are so deceiving. If you didn't watch the game at all, you swore Jimmy did a great job.
Well, it's like that's why we play the games, man. That's why we play the games.
He's already the eighth best rated quarterback in the NFL, and we know that's not a fact.
Yeah, those numbers make it look like that was one of Jimmy's best games ever.
Right.
Than that, but have no turnovers. It's a better game. Like, it's better. But like, it all goes to show Patrick balled out.
Well, you know what they say about stats, man? They're like swimsuit models. They look good, but they don't show everything. Don't show it all. You know, and that's a classic case of that. That's why we've posted stats up here where we've outstatted teams in every category and still lost the game.
Right.
So, you know, that's like they say, that's why we play the games, man.
Yeah.
We play the games for that reason.
It wasn't just Jimmy, man. Our defense got played.
Yeah, it was so many factors, man. That's what I say. Jimmy's a layup. That's it's easy to go at Jimmy. That ain't nothing to go at Jimmy.
The way they touted this defense.
They said it's supposed to be the best defense in the league. Right. They were comparing this defense to the Bears, man. And to go out there, they almost put a 50 burger up on us, man.
We ain't the 85 Bears. I think that's pretty good.
No, hell no, we ain't no 85 Bears. And like Ayuk said, he couldn't have said it no better. He said, listen, we're not as good as we think we are.
I'm going to say something to y'all. I'm going to say something to y'all. You know, y'all being the panel and y'all being the real talkers. Y'all not going to want to hear this, right? But I really believe at that point in time, in that given game, in that given moment, the same people that backed Jimmy, once that happened, they were like, you know what? He's not who we thought he was. Because think about it, man. Let's just say we had Pat Mahomes on our side, right? The defense can give up all the points they want because we got Pat Mahomes, right? Or a Pat Mahomes. But unfortunately, we didn't have that. So it's only so much, again, it's only so much calling you can do. It's like, Dave, your son too, right? You know, and both of y'all got kids on here. There's only so much defending of your child you can do to your child's teacher to say, oh, well, he had the wrong homework assignment, or he was given the wrong instruction, or to teach him enough in class. So where you gotta be like, hey, young man, what's the problem? You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, and I think like mind you, the Chiefs played the Raiders a few weeks back when they was down 17-0 out the jump at home.
Right.
Like, I feel like as Niner fans, we're down 17-0. It's like, oh well, there it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like
it's a 17-0. We don't have, you know, and like I say, I ain't even gonna do it, man. 17's it with who we have at this center. It's a wrap. It's not gonna happen. He's not gonna bring us back like that.
Yeah, it's like you could see the Chiefs players was like, we just get warmed up. They wasn't sweating it at all. The crowd,
we was out coached. We were outplayed. Everything, outclassed. Everything in every aspect of the game, man. Like I said, I saw Fred Warner.
They ain't got Tyreek Hill this year. They're patching it at wide receiver. And I feel like if you get the stat sheet from the game, Patrick Mahomes was peppering Patrick Mahomes was peppering everybody. Like everybody was touching that rock.
Yeah, he spread it out. Well, that's what a good quarterback does.
It wasn't just one big play. It was play after play after play after play.
Hey, there we go. You know what? Listen, I can read just fine. I don't read too many on this show, but I'm gonna read it myself. The third dog, you along with me, is a resident DC. My man say, you know what it is? Whoa, bring it back. They bring it back. I don't like that reason. You know what it is? The Jimmy G lovers finally saw what a Super Bowl QB up close and personal. Jimmy G was like a pistol, and stop shooting that little shit. Okay, Don. Now I know why you skipped past that. Okay, my fault. But man,
yeah, man. Well, look, man. Let's get on with the next order of business here. We got D Sizzle, our resident brother here, and he has some thoughts to say, some choice words.
I hope he's got 2 belts
for the crew in last week's abysmal performance. So let's give it up, y'all, for another segment of Sizzle Says.
This is what my work week is like. I really ain't got too much to say, man. You guys are Well, I ain't gonna say you guys. It ain't everybody. The defense, I get it, man. Y'all a little beat up. I understand that. But everybody else, man, offensive side, man, it ain't everybody. But I'm tired of this, dude. Look at this picture, man. I have to. It's my work all week long. I have to deal with this. And you want me to get on here and give you praise? I'm not praising nothing no more. I'm tired of praising. I'm tired of putting my effort and work in, making video clips, and you turn around and you do this shit.
That's right. No
I'm sick of it.
No excuse.
This is disgusting. Look at you with the Michael Jordan face, Jimmy. Look at you, man. It need to be Shanahan up here too. Make a Shanahan one, because you the problem. It's you and Jimmy is the problem. What's your name? John Lynch. Y'all up there all buddy after the game is over here talking about we can fix it. No, you can't. You can't fix it with them two. You should have traded them two and kept the picks. Because this ain't going to work, man. This guy is not it. And for you Jimmy fans, you saying that's it? You like that kind of play? He's scary. Soon as he threw the pick in the end zone, I knew the game was over. And how many flags did you get? It was Flag City. See, look, right now you're raising my blood pressure up because I have to think about what I just got through watching again Sunday. This is sickening, man. It drives me to drink, and I don't want to drink like that. In a minute, people are going to be asking for a trade. He ain't going to want to play out the contract. Oh, he going to grab something. I'm hurt. I don't want to go through this anymore. With this guy, him. If he's making rookie mistakes, what you need to do? I got a rookie quarterback over here. Let's put him in and see what he got. Sit him down. Sit him down, Shanahan, or you gonna lose your job too. Yeah, you on the hot seat, boy. Don't think you safe because your daddy played this or coached this game. I'm tired of it. Bye.
All right. Let's give it up, y'all.
You was about to lose your job. Get this damn.
Yeah. Sizzler was so mad. He was his regular self. He wasn't even Sizzler.
He couldn't even bring out the belt.
Yeah, he was really upset, man. Well, it's a lot of passion on this show, man. I mean, it's real here. It's real here. That's how we get here.
Hey, man, look, and again, I want to say, our defense gave up cheeks. I will say that. And I understand that, but you can't allow that to affect the offense either. You see what I'm saying? So you also got a job to do too. So you can't just lay down and say, "Hey, you know what? Y'all win." It's a team effort, but unfortunately, we can punch. But right now, we really got no counter punch. And Don, you're a boxing fan, so you know what that consists of. You can punch, but you ain't got no counter punch.
Right.
So unfortunately, if we get down by a certain amount of points, it's like now what? So, oh man, and listen, the defense, and I'm a DC. We was trash.
Yes,
I say that. But listen, I'm gonna say this too. And Dave, you on here? They say this is a team game. We've seen the defense rise to the occasion to save the offense or to save Jimmy. Ain't many times Jimmy and the offense saved the defense. Last Sunday, that's what we needed. But unfortunately, it didn't happen.
Yeah, well, like Kev said, he is a DC. He's the resident DC of the crew here in a Real Talk Niner Talk. And I'm sure he's trumped up some, some footage that he wants to go over. I'm sure Terradome will be more than happy to assist from the commies.
How much footage? Because he had a lot to work with.
I got a couple plays. One clip, but a couple plays. I'm saying, don't trip.
Right.
You'll see.
All right, well, let's give it up, y'all, for Silverado Cavs, DC Cap.
Okay, family, listen. Y'all know I'm a resident DC. I'm a DC. You know, I do my youth football thing and then things of that nature. I'm not getting paid, but I know defense and I know football. So this is what we're gonna do. Right, so we'll do a couple plays, right? So go ahead and start rolling the tape. Don't hit play, but just bring it up. Oh, right here. Stop right there, dog.
This
Stop
is the
right
play.
there. Stop it right there. So there it is. No. Bring it back. Bring it back a little bit. Okay, let's stop it right there, right? Right there. The fact that Ward follows Kelsey, that tells me we're in man, right? So Ward has the last man on line of scrimmage, and that tells me we're in man, right? So hit play. What hit play. Now, once it stops, now stop right there. Now,
where's he going?
Once it's paused, Ward, your man is the last man in the line of scrimmage. Whoever's outside the most, that's your man. We don't chase, we replace. If you see this little cluster of Niners right here on the hash, they got all caught up in the wash. Had Ward stayed outside and picked up the man he was supposed to pick up, the last man or the first man off the backfield, it would have been Kelsey. But this is 3rd and 1, people. We up 10-0, 3rd and 1. And we had to blunder. Let it roll. Okay, bring it back. I just want to illustrate to y'all something real quick. Hey, Don, bring it back before the snap. Okay, right there. Let's stop it right there. Javarius Ward, a.k.a. Mooney Ward, the farther he's supposed to go is an outside foot of that. Is that Jimmy Ward right there? Outside foot of Jimmy Ward. So that way, anybody come outside of him, that's his man.
Right.
And right now it's too complicated, too confused. We don't chase, we replace, right? So go ahead and run it. And he stopped. Where are you going? Y'all exchanging men. 3rd and 1, huge game, Travis Kelsey. Okay, let's go here. Now we got McCole Hardman on one of his fly sweeps, right? Stop right there. Is that Nick Bosa?
Yep.
Looking like he is bullfighting with the Olay. Bring it back. Back it up, Don. Back it up. So right there. Let's stop it here. Nick Bosa should come upfield, outside shoulder of this man, the last man you see in the camera, just to set the outside edge. But what does he do? Watch what he does. He comes inside. Oh shit! Now look. Now we outnumbered. Body on the body. Harmon found on his blocks, touchdown. Okay, stop it right here. Look at all this space in the middle of the field. They're on from the 30, right? R30?
Yep. Right.
You can't even see the safety, right?
Nope.
I mean, how deep we gonna play? Anyway, so it's single safety high. How do I know? Because I don't see nobody on the screen, right? So man to man, him to him, single safety high, rotate. Who finally is a single safety?
Too far off.
Now again, it's difficult to defend the back shoulder throw, right? So keep it right there. It's difficult to defend the back shoulder throw. But complacency and what you see before is a lot to do with what you see on defense. But unfortunately, that was Ambry Thomas. He playing because the Mosley is hurt. And again, a back shoulder throw is hard to defend. So that play right there, I'm never not going to be on their head about that. But all that space you saw on the field, much more could have went wrong than what went wrong right there. Let it play. Okay, hold on. This is the next play. Time out. Stop it right there. So right now, we're in our nickel defense. So Fred Warner is looking at the motion man, right? If we're in man, Fred Warner is following his man out to the boundary, right? This tells me you bring him out the box. Now we got numbers. This is why Andy Reid is so special. He knows this. So if Fred Warner motion with the motion man, that tells me now we got numbers inside. Since we got numbers inside, what does Andy Reid do? Run the play. Inside handoff. They got numbers inside. Nobody's in position. OOP. It's a real easy touchdown. Back it up one more time. Back it up, Don. Back it up. I want to show everybody how that motion pulled that defender out the box. Before he motioned. Back it up before he motioned. Okay, whoa. Point is, that motion, man, there was a man right there, which means when he motioned, Fred, that's your guy. So, D'Amico, you got to pick and choose when you're a man and when you're in zone. I would have been in zone here. But since we was a man, he went the man. Inside handoff. It was hilarious. Touchdown. God damn it.
And Greenlaw was so late to react.
Greenlaw was late. Yes. Okay, here we are. Now, this one here, play we've seen before, right? We've seen this the same play before. McKinnon is out wide. We know Bosa's the pass rusher, right? Okay, let him come. And this was third and 20?
Third and 20. Yep.
Third and 20. Nobody has no sense of urgency. Hey, Don, back it up to the beginning. Back it up to the beginning real quick, Don. Please, back it up to the beginning. Right there. Look, if I'm Bosa, I'm killing the McKinnon. He not even gonna get up. I'm running through McKinnon to get to Mahomes. But he just lets him okay, go do your thing, bro. Run it. He acted like he was trying to block him. Which he was, but come on, Bosa. Be smarter than that. Put hands on him at least. And the defense acted like they weren't on the field that day.
They weren't.
Here we are. So now, third and 12, right? Okay, we're going to get off the field. No problem. Third and 12. You got Mooney Ward out there playing a boundary corner. What happened? Mooney, what are you doing?
Exactly.
What are you doing, Mooney? Back it up. Back it up right quick. You can't see Mooney Ward in the screen, but if you're in cover 3, why are your eyes in the backfield, number 1? Number 2,
right.
Why are you not in the bail technique, number 2? Come on, man. Oh, my God.
That was Josh Norman in the body of Mooney Ward. That's what that was.
Look at this. What's he looking for? You in cover 3. Ain't no help back there to your side. Third and 12, another big conversion. Okay, stop it right here. Stop it right here, Don.
Here it comes again.
We've seen the same formation. This is the same formation, except it's flipped, right? So who is this out here? I think it's Ebicom, right?
Yep.
Ebicom. Why are you not releasing outside and you crash in C to B? Outside contained. Same play you saw before. You score a touchdown on. Let's see what he does. He cuts inside the tight end. Set the edge, man. Oh, my God. Okay. Woo! Man, listen. Give me the camera right quick, Don. Look, man. If these my guys, all week, we practicing the same shit. But this is the my one saving grace. This is our first time getting beat like this, right? So, with that being said, we shouldn't be like this again. It was the Chiefs. They got a high powered offense. They got Andy Reid. But that shit on Sunday, unacceptable. Out of position, know your role, do your job. Because those things didn't happen, we got torched, throttled. And that's scared of DC, Cap, man. Be in position, do your job, man. And you see we didn't do it, man. So let's hope it don't happen again. God damn it.
All right.
Once again, y'all, let's get up for Cavs DC Cap.
Hey, that hurts so much to watch. Because if it's me coaching, that shit not happening. And I know I coach you football, but I guarantee you my squad ain't getting beat like that. Because we there already. But God damn it, man.
And after seeing that, I'm going to come on harder on Mooney Ward. This was your formal team.
What are you looking at?
You know the play. You know they're going to go to Kelsey. You know these coverages because you worked with these guys for 3 to 4 years. And you look like that?
Yeah, he didn't look good at all. He didn't look good at all, bro. Well, look, guys, y'all know the deal. We're at our time mark, our time stamp mark. If you got something to say it now. Or forever hold your pizzies.
Hey, man, this
hopefully
is that was a one-off. That was a one-off for the defense. And
I
listen,
say the same. Yeah.
That one game should be enough to put a blanket on the rest of the season. Like, these things can't happen no more.
Yeah.
I don't care who we play. Hey, Dave, if we play the San Francisco Seahawks, the U team, you know what I'm saying? This can't happen to us.
Brown Bombers. Hey, I'm going to tell you like this, man. The Niners are here bailed out again because when I look at the rest of the schedule, it's pretty favorable the rest of the way. You got to go to Mexico City, right? And outside of that, stay on the West Coast for the rest of the season. All right, so we're either at home, go to Seattle, or we go to or we're in California the whole time. Like this is the last opportunity I think where it's like get it together.
Well, this is the final run. This is it. Well, let me ask you, Mexico City, isn't that the same time zone?
No, that's Central Time Zone.
Okay.
Right, and so the thing is like that's one game, right? So and it's a home game technically. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, after Latino, right, there's gonna be hella Niner fans in Mexico City. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. It's gonna be like a home game for them in the stadium. I can guarantee that right now.
Right on.
Like this. All you gotta do, and I like to end on optimism. I know we've been beating the hell out of this team off the last 2 hours.
Right.
You gotta just beat these 3 teams in your division.
Yeah, that's what we got to focus. That's what the focus has to be now. We got to win the division.
This is a must-win game. You win this game, you're 3-0 in the division. You have something to look forward to.
Right.
Exactly. And like God, if you guys can go as far as it's a tall task. But if you can sweep this division and pretty much guarantee that you'll lock in a playoff spot, we'll see what happens, right? I mean, they're talking about Trey might be able to come back at that point, right? I don't know. I'll let it be what it's going to be.
Well, we should have our reinforcement should be back, at some point the second half after this bye. So.
I would agree that it's a favorable schedule, but you just never know with all these injuries piling up. Number 1, number 10 being number 2, it's up for grabs.
Yeah.
We're going to see, man. I just know my ass will be in the seat every Sunday. It got me like that. Here's what it is. But it's been a pleasure being on with y'all, man. For real. I really appreciate it, man.
Hey, thank you for your time.
Oh, bro. Definitely, man. Thank you for.
Thank you for rolling through.
I really enjoy this stuff. My guy gave me a run for his money the whole time, and now he's free.
Oh, he knocked himself out.
Man. We thank him too.
Oh, put him down, man. But if y'all don't mind, man, if people want to reach out to me, I'm Dave Canal on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm Dave Canal SF. Y'all can find my music under Dave Canal on all the big streaming sites. Show that love back, man, because I'll do this for us. So.
Definitely, man.
Yes, sir.
And with that, let's get that brother Dave Canal. Let's get that brother a round of applause. For the fire track. All right, guys, and with all that being said, Hey. All right. This is our departing groove. We out.
Yes, sir.
All right. First and foremost, I want to thank all the real talkers, each and every one of you. You're very important to us, and we thank you and appreciate you for spending this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday evening in this very spirited post-game discussion. Let's give it up for the real talkers, y'all. Also, my man, my mellow, DC in the building. All right, and that's not for defensive coordinator. That's for MC Dave Canal. Let's give it up for our special guest. Give it up for MC DC, y'all. Yes, sir. And I want to give a shout out to the crew. All right, that's Silverado Cash, Jude the Great, Dollar Bill Will, aka King Sersky, and Super Dave, the OG, the Real Talk 92 crew, y'all. Let's give it up. Also, let's give it up to our partner in crime, Brother Lou, at Get 'em Boy in Real Talk. Y'all know the deal. That's the crew. All right, Dave, the floor is yours.
All right. Dave, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Super Dave. My apologies.
My bad.
I forgot there was 2 days. My bad.
Yo, real talkers, I know this was a rough week. We want to thank you guys for hanging in there with us. We'll get through this. We got the home game in Levi South this Sunday. Look to get back on track and back at 500 and enter the break in a favorable position. Dave Canal, thank you for rolling through once again. I first heard his anthems in 2016. Nice that you're keeping up that tradition. Again, you can have his music on Spotify under Dave Canal or Fire 49. Go cop that. Kev, you didn't show us your S curl that you missed the game for.
Oh man, you know. You need to add that.
All right, we got to put this one on the back burner here. It's been a rough 2 weeks, but we'll get healthy enough for LA on Sunday. Thank you for rocking out with us once again. 4,000 strong. We're going to keep that going, bringing you that content.
All right.
We are here Wednesdays and Saturdays, same time, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And if you can't catch us live, be sure to catch the replay.
Yes, sir. And
hit us up on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We're all around. Get at us. We don't run away from conflict.
No,
and for Jew, as always, it is Niner Gang over everything. We'll see you this Saturday.
You know what it is.
Peace.
To the Trey Lance haters. Shut up and wait for the next game. That.
Here we are, baby. All gas, no brakes. 9 Hot Boys, baby. And we reppin' like the 80s. Let's go. Santana. Touchdown, Debo in the slot. This is my end zone. Give me everything you got. Defense, hit him with that Cosa Nostra. Quan Alexander, this dance, Nick Bosa. 49er Empire, 49er Empire. This is for the fan base, die hard.